Welcome back to Houston Life. If you're working hard to lose weight but you're not seeing any results, there's a chance your metabolic switch might be stuck. And to get it unstuck, there's a new program that could work even for those who are over the age of 50. It's called the Metflex diet by physician and #1 New York Times bestselling author Dr. Ian Smith, who joins us now to explain this 6-week program detailed in the new book. Welcome back. It's been a minute since we've seen you.
You know what? In person, it's great. Pandemic, we were kind of remote in the box to box, but it's nice to see you in person.
Nice to see you. I think last time I saw you, Dr. Ian, you were on your 20th book. This is his 24th book. And as I pointed out at the top of today's show, you're letting people know they can lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks. A lot of people might be skeptical of that.
Well, yeah, and I would be too, by the way, because weight loss is not easy. But what I've discovered is that sometimes if you can make it more accessible and if you can make it more affordable, people can actually make the changes. It's not about just a diet, it's about a lifestyle change. And so what I try to get people to do is to say, okay, let's meet somewhere in the middle. And so the Metflex diet is a program that's 6 weeks of regular food, which we'll see later. But the idea is that people love the accessibility of it. And I have a Facebook group, which is the name of the book, Metflex Diet, and people at home can join. It's free to join. And I actually walk people through the program. I do 2 Zoom coaching sessions a week. We do virtual workouts in the group, and we share recipes. Sometimes people just need some support. It's okay to have the plan, but also you maybe need some support, some intimate kind of hand-to-hand walking through it.
When you talk about meeting in the middle, you're essentially describing that these are minor shifts people can make in their lives, nothing earth-shattering. Anyone can do this.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, in our Metflex group in Facebook, we have people who are 78. We have people who are 19. We have men, we have women, we have people who need to lose 100 pounds. Some need to lose 20 pounds. The idea is this. You have to be honest with people. In order to lose weight and keep it off the longest, you're going to have to exercise. I mean, that's the truth. But you don't need to exercise for an hour and a half a day. If you exercise 20 to 30 minutes, 4 days a week, you can split it up, 10 in the morning, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 at night. You have to make it doable for people. The food has to be good and affordable. No one wants to be on a plan where they have to work out all day long or that they can't enjoy fun food.
I was able to get my hands on an early copy of this book, and as I was looking through it this week, I noticed it is sort of like a workbook element. There are activities, there are recipes. It was really fun to read, actually, Dr. Smith. Let's talk about metabolism, because you describe this concept of metabolic flexibility. How many times have we all heard someone say, oh, well, they have fast metabolism, or I have slow metabolism. It's funny how many non-doctor people have opinions about metabolism. So can you sort of break it down for us? Is there this gigantic shift that happens after the age of 40?
Well, for a long time, we thought that at the age of 30, your metabolism fell off a cliff, like it slowed down and you're going to gain all this weight. New science actually shows us that between the ages of 20 and 60, your metabolism is relatively stable. It's not until you're 60 that you start slowing it down. So why is it that so many people are saying, I'm exercising well, I'm eating well, and I still can't lose weight?
Yeah.
It's because not of a slow metabolism, the metabolism is stuck. What I mean by that is they are inflexible. Metabolic flexibility means that you can efficiently burn 2 of the major fuels that the body needs, carbs and fats. Some people can burn carbs really well and not fats. Some can burn fats well and not carbs. That switch is stuck. You need to be able to go back and forth based on what you see. If you're sitting down to a pasta dish, your body needs to be able to process carbs. If you're sitting down to steak or fatty fish, you got to process that. And so a lot of people are not losing weight, not because they're doing something wrong. It's because their metabolic flexibility is not where it needs to be. And this 6-week program actually unsticks your metabolism.
And part of unsticking the metabolism, we're seeing some food on the screen, and after the break, we're going to actually break it down. But does it mean we need to shift what we're putting in our bodies? Because, Dr. Smith, a lot of people may say, hey, I've been eating the same salad every single day for a month and working out. It's not working. Is the salad the problem?
Well, variety really is the spice of life. It's okay to be doing something well, but when you do that all the time, the body becomes acclimated to it. You need to make adjustments to keep the body off kilter. And so every week, even day to day, you need to try something different. So even though you're eating, for example, I love salmon. Even though salmon is great for you, if you eat salmon every single day, your body says, oh, that's easy. I know how to process it. But when you give it something different, the body has to start working. You start burning calories, you start getting your body off kilter. I call it diet confusion. Just like in the gym, we say muscle confusion. You need diet confusion when it comes to nutrition.
We all experience aches and pains. We all have, whatever your diet, workout routine is or sleeping routine, a lot of us, we feel changes in our bodies as we age and as time passes, especially after the pandemic. People's whole work routines, their daily schedule has completely shifted. What are some of the signs we need to be looking for that indicate that metabolic inflexibility?
Yeah, well, for example, if you're someone who eats a pasta-rich meal and you are feeling very sluggish after the meal, you are typically metabolically inflexible. If you're someone who needs some kind of stimulant to get moving, like coffee, if you have trouble losing fat, if you're constantly having cravings, even though you've just eaten, maybe during your fasting period, you are sluggish or cranky. These are signs that you could be metabolically inflexible. Now, there's no blood test, unfortunately, which would be easy to do. It's about signs, but that's the bad news. The good news is you can actually change it. There are things you can do to change that flexibility and start seeing results immediately. Like I said, we've seen our Facebook group, people lose up to 20 pounds in 6 weeks, 8 to 10 inches on average. And so it really is about making these small adjustments.
Okay, so if you're having questions about planning your lunches, your dinners, your meals for the week, do not worry, because we're going to hook you up. After the break, Dr. Ian is back with strategies and practical tips to help you burn fat without having to stop enjoying pasta, meat, even alcohol.
And alcohol, yes.
And alcohol. Okay, stick around. Houston Life will be right back. We are back with physician and New York Times bestselling author Dr. Ian Smith, whose brand new book right here, The Metflex Diet, includes a meal and exercise plan to help you meet your weight loss goals. There are more than 50 recipes in the program, all kinds of tips and advice, recommendations. What's interesting about this book release, you had more than 1,000 people try the program early on. So tell us how that all played out. What was their experience?
So before I release a program, I always try to test it on regular people.
To make sure it works.
Well, that, but I also want their feedback. They'll say it's too hard, it's not easy, more of this. And so 1,000 people did it. They got it early in our Facebook group. And the results were just absolutely, they blew me away, actually. They were dropping not just weight, like I said, on average 14 pounds, some up to 20 pounds in 6 weeks, and lots of inches, 8 to 10 inches, but lowering their blood pressure, lowering their cholesterol levels, the blood sugar levels. Here, Jill Cox-Cordova, she lost 17 pounds, 11 inches. And these are just regular people. In our Facebook group, I would work out with them sometimes. This is Janice Way. She dropped 19 pounds, all ages, genders, races, everything. Lisa Davenport. So it's really an awesome experience because we're all in this for the same reason. We're trying to lose weight, feel better, and look better. And so I can't say enough for people to join the group. It's on Facebook. It's called Metflex Diet. Make sure you choose the right one with my face on it. There are other imposter groups, unbelievable. But
well, I do believe it because you have been an author for so many years now. Again, 24 books, and so people want to duplicate what you're doing. You always have very sound advice. Don't you think, too, one of the silver linings of the pandemic is that you are now able to connect with these readers of your books and virtually work out with them?
Well, the beauty is there's a lot of bad about the pandemic, but there's a lot of good, too. And the pandemic taught us that we can make the world smaller and communicate easier from our living room, on the road. And so, yes, I can communicate with people via Zoom and meet people and talk to people and be really intimate, where before we always thought you had to be in person. Even our interviews were via Zoom because we couldn't be in the same studio. So, yes, the ability now with social media, I'm very active on Instagram. And so on my Instagram, I give out free videos, workout videos, 3-minute videos. I do quick recipes for smoothies and other kind of things. So, yes, social media has come alive during the pandemic and has taught us that we can communicate in a more efficient way.
You mentioned before the break, accessibility is key. So if someone makes a goal to work out for 2 hours a day, that might not happen. The same goes for diet, right? Because we all have our guilty pleasures.
Yes.
You have some things, Dr. Ian Smith, here, French fries, pancakes, even red wine. A lot of people might think those are no-nos, but you say they can still enjoy them?
Well, because what good is a program if you're going to miss a lot of things and you can't stick to it? People stick to programs when they can afford the food and they can make the food and they like the taste of the food. And so I always make sure in my programs that these foods are available and they meet those criteria. However, you're not going to always have pancakes and bacon because every day the meal plan is spelled out for you, but it is an option. You may have eggs sometimes. You may have oatmeal and some berries. It depends on what part of the plan you're in. Remember, we're doing carb loading and we're doing a little keto, not long-term keto, but we're cycling in and out of keto. That is what is going to help with your metabolism. So 2 weeks of carb loading, then we do a little keto, back and forth. So you need to see, that's why you see carbs and fats here. In order for the body to process both of them, you have to experience it. My favorite is salmon with some broccoli. Yes, you're gonna have a chicken sandwich. Yes, you're gonna have French fries. Who's gonna live their life without French fries? But you're not gonna have fries on a keto day. You're gonna have it on a carb loading day. And so I spell out when you can have these different treats, and people love the simplicity of it.
Okay, so to be clear, everything our viewers are seeing on their screens right now at home, these are things that you can actually eat, but if you follow the program, you just have to stick to whatever day you are on.
Yes, the day is matched to the phase of the program and what the exercise is suggested for that day. And so obviously if you're gonna have a light exercise day, we don't wanna consume 4,000 calories. So everything is nicely matched, but there are options so people can swap within the days or days that are similar.
What is something that our viewers could implement into their daily routine or their daily meal plan right away? What can they do now?
Do not eat your breakfast within an hour or an hour and a half of getting up. Wait for an hour and a half. Overnight, you were fasting, which means that you didn't have any food on board, so you were using your fat for energy. If you wait another hour before doing that, you will drive your body more into your fat stores. The second thing is do not eat your dinner within 2 hours of going to sleep. You consume 1,000, 1,200 calories at night. You go to sleep. What do you think happens to those extra calories while you're lying down? It gets converted to fat because they're excess calories. So if you just change those dynamics right there, a lot of people could start losing weight.
What about drinking water or coffee or something else first thing in the morning, even if you're not eating?
Yes, as long as you don't consume more than 50 calories, because you want to keep the fast going. So you will break the fast, otherwise breakfast. You will break the fast if you consume more than 50 calories. So if you want to have some coffee, fine, but don't dump all of that syrup and cream.
The creamer.
Yeah, but you can have coffee and water and tea. Just make sure it doesn't surpass 50 calories so that you're still in that fasting mode.
Interesting. Still burning fat right when you wake up. How much a cup of coffee is what, 5 calories about?
Yeah,
just
about
if you drink it black?
5 to 10 calories. Yeah, it's not much. Coffee is very healthy for you, by the way. It's all the stuff that we put into it that makes it less healthy.
It turns it into a sugar bomb.
That's right.
All right.
I like
well,
that sugar
Dr. Ian Smith, it is so great to see you. Congrats on the brand new book.
Thank you.
And you have always had such sound advice on our show. It's no wonder. I mean, honestly, I see you all over the telly everywhere. And I am so happy that you made time for us today at Houston Life. It is great to see you.
Thanks for having me, and make sure you join our Facebook group, Metflex Diet, on Instagram at Dr. Ian Smith. Spell the doctor out.
And you can do those online workouts
That's
as well.
right. Let's
Sounds
go.
like a good time. A reminder that the Metflex Diet by Dr. Ian Smith is available everywhere books are sold. And for a link to connect with Dr. Ian, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.